everybody, Tim Marks here. Just wanted to throw a couple things out there as we're preparing for the big product launch here on the 20th. Now, as long as there's no hurricane that comes through the middle of the country or something like that, we're still on track. Facebook Live will send out all the info a couple days before the 20th, okay? So we're excited that this is coming, but I'm even more excited to talk to you about what's next for you as an entrepreneur. Let's talk about what it is to be an entrepreneur, because if most of us evaluate where we're at, how we really think, we don't naturally think like entrepreneurs. We just don't. We're not taught that way. As a matter of fact, many people who even have a business degree don't really think like entrepreneurs just because they were taught some principles, but maybe weren't taught by an entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur, this phrase was coined many years ago. I can't remember who actually said it, but the entrepreneur is the risk bearer. Okay, so there has to be some kind of risk taken for an entrepreneur to have success. Now, entrepreneurs don't like risk more than anybody else does, okay? You know, some of you are, well, I'm waiting to build my community, I'm waiting to build my marketplace until they launch this product, or until they launch the 75% BV1 or whatever. That's not how it works. An entrepreneur can see the things before they actually are there, okay? So entrepreneurs don't like risk any more than anybody else. I know that's a common misconception. The facts are, entrepreneurs just know how to mitigate the risk. They try to level out any of the high points in the risk. Everybody has to take risks to have success. You know, a lot of being an entrepreneur is just about hanging in there when others quit, because it takes time to get the proper thinking. I want to give you an example of somebody who's now very famous. We all know who he is. But back when he got started, it didn't look so hot. So here's a guy who became eventually a best-selling author. So however long it takes to become a best-selling author, I know for me, I have a couple best-selling books, and I was in my 40s, I still am, but I was in my 40s when I wrote both those books. And I would say it took me my whole life to get ready for those, and I had help from other people. Now this guy wrote his first best-selling book. He worked on a job for 7 years after that. So think of all the years to become a best-selling author. 7 years after that, he worked as a teacher, a janitor, and a gas station attendant. Why? To mitigate the risk. Now, some might say, well, he's ultra-conservative, too conservative. Well, I don't know if I'd accuse him of that. The guy's name is Stephen King. He's worth almost $500 million, 400-some million dollars. Many people won't even make it to the pregame part where he became a best-selling author. So however many years that was, then 7 years after that, he kept working. Now, I'm not saying you're going to have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. I hope you don't have to do that. You're doing something drastically wrong if you have to do that. However, you have to, at some point, it has to become more than just the next product or service. Just get everything fixed and then I'll be ready to do it. An entrepreneur sees it as it is and as it shall be. One and the same. That's how an entrepreneur sees things. One of my favorite people in business is Elon Musk. Elon Musk has a buddy who he never names. He said, my buddy is a successful entrepreneur. He says, being an entrepreneur is like gazing into the abyss while chewing on glass. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. I'd rather spend more time gazing into the abyss and seeing what could be, what will be. We're going to make it happen. On the 20th, it's our next big launch. After that, there'll be another and another and another. What I want you to understand is we have to prepare our minds to become entrepreneurs. Really, about 2% of the people out there have what it takes naturally to become an entrepreneur. The rest of us, myself included, have to develop it over time, and that's okay. What I'm asking you is, number one, do you think like an entrepreneur currently? A risk bearer. Not waiting until everything's perfect and I get all this worked out, they'll be ready to go. Do you think like an entrepreneur? Number two, why do you think like an entrepreneur? So those two questions right there is what I want to work on these next couple videos, rolling up to the 20th and beyond. We're going to talk about some people skills stuff as well. But I want to get us all thinking like entrepreneurs, because we got a lot of great stuff coming, and I want you to get your business ready for you to launch into your future. We'll see you the next time. Viking over and out.